But honestly, there could be the way where you put Crawford over Mayweather. Because of going up, you didn't see Mayweather go up from 147 to 168. That's crazy, bro. And honestly, I thought Crawford was gonna have more of a hard time because he had a hard time with Madronov. So imagine going up to it. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, but I don't want to take nothing away from Mayweather. Mayweather's the greatest of all time. But I think that was a really big risk that Crawford took, and then he ended up winning. You know what I mean? So you have to give credit to that too. I mean, that's a big risk. That'd be like me going up and fighting Usyk right now, heavyweight.
I know that's been kind of hinted.
I'm not thinking of that right now. I'm not thinking of that right now. No, but that's kind of like how that'd be. You know what I mean? So you have to, bro. That's a lot of. He has a lot of balls to do that, and not only to go do that to.
He said world class fighter. I guess he's trying to say if you're a world class fighter.
Sign a contract. Exactly, sign a contract. If he wanted to fight, he would have stayed at 47. He obviously said he wanted to move up and accomplish to be undisputed at 54 or something like that. So, yeah, he definitely did say that too. Exactly. Yeah.
We ain't worrying about right now. We ain't worrying about Crawford. We gonna clean 147 now. Then we gonna move to 154. If he there and he got a belt, we coming after him.
That's a good fight. That's definitely up there. It's definitely up there. Probably at middleweight or something. That's like a vacant belt. That's definitely up there. That's definitely a big fight. Probably Shakur and Tank too, maybe. That's like right on the scene. But yeah, that's that. You might not be lying. That might be.
I want to see. Yeah. I want to do it.
Do you respect him as like when he's like, I got a couple fights left, I'm at the end, I'm only trying to get mega fights, so.
I understand it, but don't lie or kept to the net and make it seem like I had the opportunity to fight you and I didn't. I never did. You know what I'm saying? And then that one time that I did, we said they called and we said we never heard nothing else back about it. So right. I mean, I respect it though. I mean, get your money. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing, but don't.
Belt era. And you became the second undisputed champion in 3 weight classes when there was only one champion back in 1938 with Henry Armstrong. That's a lot of stuff.
You hear that? You hear that?
Which do you think means all the most?
Jaron Ennis against Terence Crawford is the fight. And that can be at 54, it can be at 60. You know, obviously we've got Lima to take care of first, but that for me is one of the great, crossover fights because Boots is the changing of the guard guy, and Crawford's the guy that's been there and done it all and just proved, that he's
in your weight class.
Definitely.
What do you think about him?
Oh, he's very, very talented. He's unproven, but he's very talented.
Yeah.
The eye test tells it all. He's got the it, but we haven't seen him against any elite fighter. We've never seen him tested. So until then, we just want to keep saying, Boots, until he meet that fighter that's going to test him.
Is that a fight that you would be interested in?
Nah, it just don't make sense right now in my career. Like I said, especially money-wise, don't nobody really know Boots, but I'm looking for bigger and better challenges like Canelo.
You're just looking for the big ones.
Yeah.
The big fish.
Yeah.
Fish fry.
Definitely. Them the guys I'm looking for.
I'm glad that he think he's confident. I like it. I like the confidence, but he's talking too much. He gonna get
against Jaron Ennis. For me, he's the best fight in American boxing. But it needs to be a payday for Crawford that would get him interested because Crawford knows how good Boots is. And I'm not saying that Crawford thinks he's going to lose to Boots, but he knows that is a real fight. But for me, Boots is the new Crawford. We've just got to go out and get the fights to...
Terence Bud, Crawford, and Jaron Boots, Ennis finally came face-to-face for the first time, and it got heated fast. What began as a calm interview turned into a verbal firefight that had the boxing world buzzing within minutes. 2 champions, 2 generations, and this time, Crawford wasn't smiling. Boots came in with confidence, calling Crawford the old guard, daring him to pass the torch. Crawford stayed cool, but his eyes said it all. No fear, just focus. Crawford's fresh off a historic win over Canelo Alvarez, shocking the world by moving up to 168 and dominating one of boxing's biggest names. Even Floyd Mayweather himself acknowledged how wild that was, saying Crawford did something he never attempted, jumping from welterweight to super middleweight and still winning. Mayweather praised the risk and called Bud's victory a move only greats make. But now, the new blood is coming. Jaron Boots Ennis, young, undefeated and hungry. 34 wins, 30 knockouts, and 0 hesitation. Boots didn't come to praise Crawford. He came to test him. He said, "Respect to what you did with Canelo, but I'm not them. I'm coming for that crown." Crawford replied with a cold grin. Then sign the contract. That exchange told the story the sports king versus the one trying to take his throne. Boots has been calling for Crawford for months, saying he wants to clean out 147, then move up to 154, the same road Crawford walked years ago. And that's what makes this potential fight so electric. It's like watching a mirror, the seasoned master on one side, the rising reflection on the other. Crawford was once the young lion taking on the veterans. Now, he's the one being hunted. Eddie Hearn called it the best fight in American boxing. He said Boots is the new Crawford, the future pound-for-pound #1, and he believes it's only a matter of time before Ennis surpasses not just Bud, but names like Usyk and Inoue. Crawford's team, however, isn't impressed.
When I say they just don't beat Jaron Ennis. In fact, that style is absolutely tailor-made for Boots. Just to make it clear on Virgil Ortiz. We sat in a room, me, Oscar de la Hoya, Eric Gomez, and the top DAZN execs in America. We talked about how a deal would work with those two fighters, and we agreed on a deal. We went away, we signed a new deal with Boots. Part of that deal, within the contract, was the deal that we agreed with Golden Boy and DAZN to fight Virgil Ortiz. Boots signed it. Now, we didn't hear anything back. We told them we're going to fight in October. They said they're going to fight in November, and we haven't heard anything back. On Tuesday, Eric Gomez called me, and he said, "Look, I just wanted to let you know, we're fighting Lubin. After that, we want to get the Boots fight made." I said, "Well, we're in." So I take their word for it, and I truly believe Oscar de la Hoya wants to make great fights. But that fight is done on our side, on all the terms that we agreed with Golden Boy. That fight for me, although it doesn't carry an official world championship, which is what we want at 54, is one of the best fights.
You know, they both switch hitters, lift and everything. All of that cancels out each other. So they are literally the same people pretty much. The only difference is Crawford done been in the big stage against big fighters so many times. And also with age, he didn't beat up his body, so his age is actually good. He got the grown man strength. He not just grown man strength, but he built on top of that. Like, look at him at 135. He was a little scrawny dude. He wasn't a big dude. Now look at him. He ripped up everything. He's strong. So I feel like he got everything, all the experience, all the knowledge. So
Do you feel like he should just sell off into the sunset after this monumental
well,
win?
You know what? They made it look so easy. You know what I'm saying? 2-3 more in this. You know what I'm saying? Training camp will try harder. You know what I'm saying?
You think a move to 160 would make sense?
I mean, if you want to do it, it'd be a challenge. If you want to challenge yourself, yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah. Budget man.
Yeah.
You know the fight niggas want to see, bro. What? Boots. You know niggas want to see Boots, bro.
Bro, Terence different, bro. I just know that man is different. That's what I'm saying. I never been in the ring with Boots.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying Boots ain't different or not good at all. I think it would be a good fight, but I just think, Terence, just like he said, man, he been battle tested before. Terence been through all the ups and downs in the ring. He's the Floyd Mayweather of this generation. Just the magnitude of this fight, maybe Terence is just not.
He got our leftovers. Why would Bud want to go backwards? I want to go backwards. Bud looking for bigger and better fights. So where he can etch his name in the concrete forever. I don't know, because I really don't look at none of the welterweights since we did clear the division.
Eddie, a couple other people, called Boots the natural successor to Terence Crawford, and obviously I know your relationship with him. Do you feel that high on Boots as well, or?
Hell yeah, I think Boots is a hell of a fighter. I don't know about the natural sensation, whatever that is to Terence Crawford. I think Boots is his own fighter, Terence is his own fighter, but I think they both hell of a fighters. I've been around Boots for years, and he's the truth.
And last one for me, I'll let you go. Obviously, everyone's talking about a potential fight, you and Teofimo. Is there any updates to that? I mean, is that something that you are looking towards?
Yeah, that's the fight I want. So, ain't no updates. I don't speak business until the deal is done. So, none.
His trainer, Brian Bomac McIntyre, said Bud isn't cutting weight for anyone. Why go backward? He said. We already cleared 147. If they want Bud, they gotta come to him. Still, the tension is undeniable. When they sat across from each other, the respect was real, but so was the challenge. Boots didn't insult Crawford. He simply said he was next. I'm walking the same path you did, he said. You went up to fight Canelo. I'm coming up to fight you. Crawford didn't blink. He's faced Errol Spence Jr., dismantled Israel Madrimov, and humiliated Canelo Alvarez. 42 wins, 0 losses, 31 knockouts, and 3-time undisputed in 3 weight divisions, a record no one else can touch. But that's the thing about greatness, it always attracts a challenger. Boots' speed, reflexes, and aggression make him dangerous. He doesn't analyze, he attacks. Crawford studies, adapts, and dismantles. It's pressure versus patience, chaos versus chess. Crawford versus Ennis isn't just a fight, it's a collision of eras. Danny Garcia called it a dream matchup.
Too fast, his feet, footwork was too good.
Do you think the scores was right on, or do you think maybe it was a little more towards Bud?
What was the scorecards?
115, 113, 116, 112.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah?
I feel like Bud damn near basically went every round, so
yeah.
Honestly. But yeah, that's about right. You can say that.
Now, with this accomplishment, Keyshawn, is he on the Mount Rushmore of
Hell
boxers?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah?
3-time undisputed. He just beat Canelo.
Yeah.
The face of boxing. So now you can say Bud is the face of boxing.
Greatest of all time, or?
Greatest of all time.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it can never be one great, but he definitely one of the greatest of all time for sure.
Been like that. Without a question, solid. You know what I'm saying? Solid.
You think there's anything left for him, Coach, or is it time for Bud to move on? Or
I'm trying to figure out who he gonna fight next.
160, you can see him fight going
I wouldn't do nothing crazy. He looked at excellent. Hey, Islam. He looked at excellent.
Is there anybody
the most from
No, I'm trying to figure out what their team gonna do next. I want to see what's
He's
next.
talking about 160, Coach. I mean, the only thing down there is maybe like a middleweight tournament, 2 fights undisputed, something like that. But if not that, then what for Bud?
Who?
Well, they were talking about Jaron Ennis going to 160. Possibly Jaron Ennis going to 160.
If he go to 160, then we got another mega fight.
You think that's a mega fight?
I don't know that yet, but I'm saying, and the boxing fans that know boxing would say that's another.
Nice. Over and under, right there. Over and under with that same hand, right there. Yeah, turn it. Turn your hip with it. Do it again. Go take that hip with it. That's it. Do it again. Come back with the hook. Nice.
Dance partner that makes Boots a star.
Right now, I don't even know anybody, for real, you know, and anybody that got a big name.
Got
or a belt.
Got you. But there's no exact guy that you think about? Because I don't want to ask you, hey, this guy, that guy. I know you get those questions a lot. So if you had to say, hey, this is the guy I think, you know, we would have a big fight, who would it be? Because it doesn't seem like the Crawford fight would happen. So what's that dance partner for you, Boots?
Yeah, like I said, anybody with the belts, or I don't know, maybe somebody at 154, one of the big names at 54.
A whole lot of sense. And the fight that stylistically would be, oh my goodness, is a fight between Terence Crawford and Jaron Boots Ennis.
I don't think I think that's going backwards for Terence.
To that point, Jaron doesn't have the kind of accolades. He doesn't sell to the mass and all these. So this fight was perfect timing for both.
Crawford against Jaron Ennis, for me, he's the best fight in American boxing. But it needs to be a payday for Crawford that would get him interested, because Crawford knows how good Boots is. And I'm not saying that Crawford thinks he's going to lose to Boots, but he knows that is a real fight. But for me, Boots is the new Crawford. We've just got to go out and get the fights to
Max Kellerman said, if Crawford wins, he retires on top of the sport. If Boots wins, it's the beginning of a new empire. Even Mayweather admitted, Crawford's the face of boxing right now, but that kid Boots is coming. Right now, Bud's looking at big options, Golovkin, Janibek, maybe even a middleweight run to chase a 6th division title. But every interview ends the same way someone brings up Boots, Ennis, and Crawford just smiles. I'm not dropping weight for nobody, he says. If he wants the king, he's got to climb to the throne. And maybe that's what makes this story so powerful. In an era filled with influencer boxing and fake beefs, this one's real. No gimmicks, no trash talk, just 2 fighters, 1 legacy, and 1 crown. The legend versus the prodigy. If it happens, and everyone in boxing is praying it does, this fight could define 2 generations. Will the pound-for-pound king prove he's still untouchable, or will the Philly prodigy finally take the crown? Either way, one thing's certain when Bud and Boots finally step into the same ring. Boxing won't just get a fight, it'll get a moment that defines the sport for years to come.